Welcome to Midlife Unlimited Live for Five. I'm your host, Kate Porter, the Midlife Metamorphosis Coach, and I am delighted to be joined by my landmark episode 21 guest, Talia Zamora, Neurodivergent Coach, to give a taste of our full-length episode, How to Embrace Your Neurodivergent Identity as a Midlife Woman. So welcome, Talia. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much. Happy Friday, everybody. It's lovely to be here. Great
And I
opportunity.
say our episode's very timely, and we'll explain why in a minute. But from the outset, I think we both like to point out that we're not medically trained. Midlife Unlimited isn't a medical podcast, but it's all about real women sharing their real stories. And I'm honoured that you've spoken so honestly and openly. It's so powerful. It's available wherever you listen to your podcasts. But it's something you feel very passionate about, isn't it? Having the conversations.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, obviously, you're saying that we're not medically trained. And actually, that's exactly what I don't want to be, in the sense that actually, when you speak to doctors about neurodivergence, they give you the textbook kind of stuff. And I, when I was younger, actually grew up having an understanding, or I say younger, only a matter of years ago, of having a stereotype of, particularly with autism, of who they are and what they look like. And then I kept it in a box. So I've learnt so much in terms of what different traits come under that umbrella in a huge way, from stepping away from the medical aspect of it and listening to other people. So yeah, the whole joy of being able to share on your podcast about identity and the different little quirks and nuances really help, I believe, other people to get a bigger picture that you wouldn't necessarily get from the medical industry.
No,
So,
absolutely. And I know we've already, obviously, our episode only came out yesterday, and we won't name any names, but you've already had some very powerful feedback, because midlife, menopause, it is a time of change, and traits can, due to hormonal changes, etc., really become more noticeable, can't they?
yeah, absolutely. They do. And as people will hear from the episode, I think there is a definite link in terms of going through menopause, your hormones changing, and there being, it kind of highlights some of the things and identities that maybe you hadn't looked at before, and traits about yourself that may be neurodivergent that you hadn't really paid attention to. So lots of challenges because your hormones are changing and you're dealing with those perimenopausal or menopausal changes in your body. And then on top of that, you're potentially identifying other things about yourself along the way. So I think it's quite a challenging time.
No, definitely. And you share some fantastic insights and lessons that you've learned on your journey. So please tune in and listen to them, because they might resonate with you. They might resonate with someone you know. And it's all about having the conversation and self-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's having that understanding of yourself and what you need and what your own personal challenges. Yeah, it's really valuable, because then you can start doing things to cater to yourself so you feel better, and not necessarily doing things because you're expected to. So yeah, having that identity, analysis of yourself at this time of your life, I think is really valuable.
No,
Apologies, because
absolutely.
my dog is barking in the background. You
That's
might
all
not
right.
have
We should have brought him or her in.
brought her in. Yeah, she
Yeah.
could have had a chat. But
Now,
sod law,
obviously,
the postman
yeah.
comes.
All your contact details and mine are in the show notes and on the Midlife Unlimited podcast website. So please click over, have a look, have a tune in and a download, available wherever you listen to your podcasts. But also, I'd like to mention, obviously, timing wise, last week, I think I'm correct in saying, was Neurodiversity Awareness Week. And obviously, the 2nd of April
Yeah,
is
literally.
International Autism Day. So it is a very timely, I mean, I'm all about awareness every day, but I think these days are very important, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And the more that things like this podcast can be brought to light and people can engage and understand, if it's not about themselves but about other people around them, I think it's really
Yeah.
valuable. It's really valuable.
Yeah, no, we're all for awareness. As I
Yeah.
say, all your contact details are in the show notes and on the Midlife Unlimited podcast website. So go and connect with Talia there. Thank you so much for joining me, to give
Thank
a
you.
little taste of our episode. And I say it's